I've loved this game since 4th grade when I first played with the East Side Sharks. And that group of guys, that group of seniors we have now, the first time I put on pads, I instantly fell in love with it. Coach Gothard has taught me from the very beginning, you know, you have to love this. You have to love something to be good at it. Like this summer when this whole team came in, we're there 4 days a week, you know, everybody running, lifting, real hard physically, but you also want to prepare together with the team, so you kind of create that bond. So everybody kind of comes together and starts to gel. This summer we wake up 8 o'clock every morning, have to be in here, running super hard. It teaches you dedication, mental toughness, playing through, you know, how it teaches you how to play through little bumps and bruises and things that, you know, would bother people. But after a summer like, you know, we've had the past couple summers, coach demands more of you. He makes you a better person. The first time you step on a field and hit an opposite color jersey, it's like a huge release. You always remember the first hit of a year, and you dream about all the way up until you get it, and then you think about it way past when the season's over. You always remember the first good shot you get on somebody. It keeps me normal, I guess. I guess without it, it's my release. Other people have things that they relieve their stress with, and that, you know, they use to calm them down. I know I can just go to football. All that hard work you put in throughout the week, that Friday night's like your ticket to freedom, you know. As soon as I'm on a football field, I'm loving it. You know, when you're on the sidelines, like if I ever get a series off on defense, I like to joke around with people. You got to keep people loose, and you got to keep them into the game. You got to keep them concentrated, you know? And like, especially, we're up big in the 4th quarter, and you're out there cheering on the guys that work so hard all week, and they put in so much effort to try and, you know, do their part to make the team better. And when they get the chance to step out on the field on Friday nights, that's a really cool feeling. That makes me feel like I've done my job well enough to give them like a reward for working so hard. The game's in hand, and that's when you really enjoy it. That's when you enjoy the sidelines a lot. And you can just goof around with people, and you can cheer your friends on. You can laugh and have fun, and you can just enjoy how great this sport really is. I love it, every part of it.
I've been playing quarterback since 4th grade, back with the East Side Sharks. Then I probably chose to play quarterback because I don't know, I probably thought it was the coolest position. But now there's a lot of leadership involved with it. I like to be a leader, and I like having the responsibility of the team. Just knowing that on every play, you've got to perform at your best, or else you're letting your team down. This year's Sun Prairie game, even though we lost, it was a great game. I personally had, I think, the best game that I've ever played. It was my first game starting as quarterback, and just the rivalry that we got in Sun Prairie, that was a huge game. We had a 4th and 1 against Janesville Craig. I think we ran an ISO, and Nate ran it for, I think, about 60 yards for a touchdown. And at that point, the game was pretty close. So when you can run a 4th and 1 for a 60-yard touchdown, you know something's going good. I would have to say a waggle, which is like a boot pass. I have the option to throw the deep ball, the short ball, or I can tuck it up and run. And I think I like it just because I'm out in the open and I have a lot of choices, and it's been a pretty good play for us this year. Throwing a deep ball, probably one of the best feelings in the world. That's why everybody plays quarterback, throw the deep ball. We got good receivers that always go up and get the ball for me and just lay it out there, and it's huge. It's huge for the team because maybe the defense has been stopping you on the run or something, you can just go throw the deep ball, and that just crushes the defense. They think they have you stopped and then get this big gain. Usually it sets up a score. To make the big hit, I think that's why everybody plays football. If you hit the guy and he's looking up at you, and you know he doesn't want to get up and come at you again, that's probably the best feeling in the world in football, and that's why you play football, to physically dominate your opponent.
The reason I really like the game is because it brings mental and physical elements together. It seems like you got to be ready to come across and lay somebody out, but then you also got to be there ready to stay in there for the whole game and keep in it with your mind also. So it's kind of a constant challenge to yourself. I also like it because when you see a play develop or you see a defense make all the right reads, it's just beautiful. Like you can see it develop, and it's awesome. There's a lot of moves you can make, and there's not one set strategy that needs to develop as the game goes on. You kind of got to attack all the opponent's weaknesses. I don't know, as long as if you keep trying to attack the opponent in all different ways, some of those ways are going to work out and you're going to be able to beat them. On offense, my favorite moments have been the long drives that you know you have to get a score at the end. And one of the biggest games where that was the case was the Parker game. I don't know, I didn't like mentioning that one because in the end it didn't really work out for us. We had to drive it down the field late in the fourth quarter to keep our chances and hold on to the lead. And we did it. Held on 14 plays, 5-minute drive, ran the clock down. We just came up that it was 2 yards short, and that kind of put a damper on the whole thing. But as we were going, that was an incredible job. Came a little bit too short. On defense, it'd be kind of on the opposite. When you're driving them back, get a 3 and out, and they got to give the ball right back to you. That's the best feeling. And when you stop them on the goal line, you know you did your job. Now, running the ball, it's a tough job. Every play, you're the one that the whole other defense is trying to kill. And when you get hit, oftentimes your head's ringing, you're hurting, but you know that the rest of the team is looking at you on the ground, helping you up. You got to get up and you got to move on to the next play because they're relying on you to carry the ball. As it goes into its cadence, I'm thinking through the play in my mind, but as soon as the ball's snapped, I'm not really thinking about a whole lot. I just see blocks develop and try to react. I guess the biggest challenge would be reacting to what is happening. I think It'd be an easy job if the offense told you what they were doing, exactly where they were blocking. But within 3 or 4 seconds, a whole play is developed, and it's different every time. So you gotta kind of be aware to everything that's going on in the field. When you're a leader, the rest of the team looks up to you. You can't ever give up, and you can't ever slack off because everybody's looking at you for the direction to how they can get better. And if you're not looking to get better yourself, if you're not willing to put your time in, then other people see that and they wonder, why should I be doing that? It takes a never-ending desire to get better. I guess one of the things I've learned is that how much commitment it takes to succeed at something that you love. There's a lot of work you got to do to get to where you want to be.
Formation that we didn't anticipate is really not a problem.